I have something in my pocket. Not. Meet the MikroTik KNOT Embedded LTE4, the tiny industrial box that is definitely not your average LTE modem. Imagine you've got a vending machine, a payment terminal, a cabinet full of sensors, or a remote pump station. You don't have much space, you still need rock-solid connectivity, and you really don't want to bolt 3 different devices to a DIN rail just to get LTE, Bluetooth, and GPS. That's exactly the situation this little box was built for. The KNOT Embedded LTE4 is a compact industrial gateway with LTE Category 4, Bluetooth Low Energy, GNSS and Gigabit Ethernet, all in a tiny, sturdy enclosure that snaps right onto a DIN rail. Let's untangle what's inside. Yes, we're doing not puns today. Sorry, not sorry. Now, at the heart of the device, you've got an ARM Cortex-A7 CPU running up to 1.2 GHz, paired with sufficient RAM and some storage. Remember, you're not bolting down some dumb modem. No, not at all. It runs a full version of RouterOS, so you can try all sorts of configs and experiments. Flexibility is the name of the game here. Scripting, SMS, email notifications, remote management, automation. With RouterOS, imagination is the real limit. Now, on the cellular side, this KNOT uses LTE Category 4 modem with enough speed and stability to connect a whole fleet of vending machines. We have all the most common frequency bands: Europe, Middle East, Africa, 3G and 2G fallback in case you find yourself in a really remote location, and 2x2 MIMO on the downlink, which is great for signal reliability in noisy industrial areas. Operator signal issues? Not a problem. The KNOT gives you both eSIM and nano SIM, so you can combine the flexibility of remote provisioned eSIM with a traditional physical SIM as needed. And, of course, there is full MikroTik connectivity support, just in case you need help getting online while the mobile operators finish up all the contracts and formalities. But this box is not just about LTE. You also get Bluetooth, tuned for IoT sensors and beacons. That means you can drop low-power BLE sensors into a cabinet, a machine, a cold room, wherever, and let the KNOT collect their data and push it back over LTE or Ethernet. On top of that, there's integrated GPS, so the same device that gives you LTE backhaul and the BLE sensor data can also report location, perfect for vehicle or asset tracking, mobile equipment, or anything that moves around the site. We have heard hospitals losing beds, for example, so inventory tracking is a must these days. For antennas, you need to use the handy SMA female connectors to add LTE and GPS antennas of your choice. Connectivity on the wired side is simple and fast. You get Gigabit Ethernet ports for your existing PLCs, payment terminals, maybe a small switch, and it supports PoE-in from 12 to 57 volts. But there's also a 5-volt USB-C port for some alternative powering. In other words, whether your cabinet is PoE based, has a low voltage DC rail, or you just want to plug it into a simple adapter, you are covered. Now, moving on to the last but not least. For direct sensor and control wiring, there's a sensor-ready GPIO header with digital input, analog input, and open drain output, and all the pins are 24 volt tolerant. That means you can hook up things like door contacts, level sensors, simple relays, or status lines from other hardware, and let RouterOS handle the logic, alerts, and forwarding. You can build small automation tasks directly on the gateway. For example, if this input goes high, send an SMS, flip an output, or push a message to my server. No extra controllers, just to read 1 or 2 signals. Efficient. Now, physically, this device is built for tight, harsh spots. It is tiny, durable, supports DIN rail mounting, and has a solid operating temperature range. Now, what can you actually do with all this? Yoda's phrase comes to mind, do or do not. There is no try. So, originally we designed this industrial Swiss Army knife with coffee vending machines in mind. Think stock levels, temperatures, little door sensors, remote management, all from one LTE box in the back. But the same feature set works beautifully in smart city infrastructure, parking meters, sensors, all kinds of meter nodes. Then we have, retail, self-service and payment terminals, LTE backup, or primary link even, plus some BLE tags for presence or maintenance beacons. Then the next thing that comes into mind is industrial automation, of course. Industrial automation cabinets, DIN rail mounts, PoE-in is handy, GPIO, GNSS, if the cabinet is mobile, we've seen those. Of course, environmental and utility monitoring, pump stations, remote gauges, small telemetry sites. And of course, my favorite, vehicle or asset tracking, because LTE combined with GNSS and BLE tags for high-value equipment on the move, it's a really nice way to track everything so nothing gets lost. And because it is powered by RouterOS, you can choose whether this device is your primary gateway, a resilient LTE backup for existing Ethernet gear, or a dedicated IoT data collector that just sends sensor and beacon data upstream, all in one device. So, let's sum it up. It's not just a modem. It's the KNOT Embedded LTE4, a small gateway that ties your LTE, BLE, GNSS and automation together, so your next project is not a problem at all.